What's going on, guys? I just felt like it's been a while since I made a video, and I see that I'm actually getting a few views. I spoke with a guy through my comments, and I see that there is a need to talk about the agoraphobia. And what better time to do it than after I just achieved something that I was afraid to achieve just, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I was able to go about 5.5 miles up one street, and I was able to go about 7 miles up another street, and both streets ran parallel, but of course there's one connecting street that runs perpendicular to them, and that was like an unknown for me. I had no practice on that or anything. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the 7-mile trip, because if I am able to make it, then, it'll be a shorter ride back. And if I'm not able to make it, I'll try another day. But while I was driving up there, I started thinking to myself, it's the fear that cripples us. But can you imagine if we were on the battlefield? We have people volunteering to go fight in someone else's country. What kind of courage is that? And I'm battling, driving, I think it was a total of 15 miles round trip. So I was probably about 7.5 miles out at my furthest point. And that's just one example. It might be a lame example, but it's an example nonetheless. So I'm jamming to Guns N' Roses, heading up to where I'm going. As I approach the first spot where I normally turn around, turn off the Guns N' Roses, turn on my Christian music station here in Cleveland, and I start feeling my throat getting tight on me and everything. My heart starts beating, but I'm like, I'm all right. I felt this before. See, and that's another thing. To go off a little bit of topic, I don't want to ramble, but I already had your worst panic attack. It doesn't get worse than that. I mean, seriously, think about it. All the times you thought you were going to die, all the times we thought we were going to die, all the times we thought, oh my God, I'm having a stroke, acting like Fred Sanford. This is the big one, I'm coming, Ethel, or whatever his wife's name was. We're still here. So we have an undefeated record against our anxiety, or at least our poisonous thoughts. And I know I might alienate some people who listen to me by saying this. Medication, I don't know if it's helped or not, because there's a lot of downsides to it. But I got to give all the glory to God. As soon as I started taking these trips, thinking to myself, God is omnipresent, meaning God is everywhere and anywhere at the exact time that you need him, at the exact time someone's house who I drove by that was sick might have needed him. I mean, he's there, he's with you, and he got me through it. And what was odd is I used to work somewhere, I don't know, maybe about a decade and a half ago, and I didn't even know this little stretch of road that connected point A to point B, the two streets that I was okay with, but the connecting street I was afraid to travel down because it was unfamiliar to me. I used to work on that street. I used to sell computers at CompUSA. It's not CompUSA anymore, but I started seeing these familiar things, and this feeling, like this big grin just came over my face, like, wow, I ain't been here for years. I had no idea this was that little section that I wasn't sure I could handle. And it's like the anxiety turned into like getting pumped up, like, yeah, all right, look where I'm at. I ain't been here in at least 2 years, probably 3 years, maybe longer. I don't know. But it was awesome to do. Anyway, then I got back into my comfort zone, back towards the street that turns onto a street that it's a main road, but it leads basically back to my house. And sitting at that stoplight, the heart started pounding really bad and everything, and I completely lost that warrior state, that warrior mentality. I'm like, oh my God, okay, well, I live in the 21st century. I have a cell phone, which I'm taping this on right now. I could use that to call 911 if I have a heart attack. I know I'm not going to have a heart attack, but I can't convince my symptoms of that. So the light turned green, made my turn, felt a little bit better. Then, I guess just being a little scared or whatever, a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I was a little disoriented. I thought I passed the hospital. And then I seen the hospital approaching. And I'm like, oh God, I'm not as close to home as I thought. I'm like, but immediately I was like, yeah, but I only live about 5 to 7 minutes away from this hospital. So from that point on, I just started crossing all these familiar landmarks, and it was like I never really even left my comfort zone. And I seen this internet meme, I don't know what they're called. I'm a kid of the 90s. We didn't use these words. It says your comfort zone is a very beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. And that is so true. I'm going through some issues right now. I have one friend besides my kids. I mean, I'm a pretty lonely guy. As you could tell, I'm outgoing on camera. I got no problem sitting in my car by myself, talking to people that I don't know. I'm fine on camera, and I'm fine around people too. But I do have social phobia as well as agoraphobia. And I don't want to be trapped with no friends, with no, just loneliness because of a condition, because of a way of thinking that somehow got ingrained in my brain that's wrong. It's totally wrong. There are no invisible lines that if I cross Main Street and Broad Street intersection, all of a sudden I'm more inclined to have a heart attack, or I'm more inclined to pass out at the wheel, or any of that. I mean, if you read all the anxiety stuff, when you're having an anxiety attack, you're the Incredible Hulk. You could lift a car off a toddler. That's how people do it. They get that, the adrenaline, and it's like you got to look at it that way. But every time I'm scared, every time I'm terrified, and I think about Jesus, it doesn't go away completely, but I feel like he's telling me to calm down. I feel like he's telling me, fear not. And his words are soothing. No, I don't hear them. I'm sure there'll probably be a few atheists, that might watch this or laugh or whatever. I wish I could hear them. I'd brag about it if I could hear them. You feel them. And I felt him today as I drove past my old place of employment when things weren't as bad as they are now. And that tells me something. If my agoraphobia had a beginning, it's going to have an end. It's not infinite. And if I could give a tip to anybody who's going to watch this, whether 5 people watch it, because I know I'm not that entertaining of a guy. I might be a likable guy, but I'm not really that entertaining. Not to watch on TV anyway. Then it's worth it. Because I know if I could go back in time and show myself these videos, or instill in myself that you're not broken, you're just bent, you're not defeated. You're not defeated until you're 6 feet under. And even then you're going to a better place. So hey, if you want to call that defeated, whatever. But I feel like I'm starting to ramble now, but I got that adrenaline pumping through my veins. I think I'm going to end it because, I don't want to bore you guys. I just want to thank you very much. I want to thank the community, the agoraphobia community on Facebook. You guys are all wonderful. I still remember when I was at the doctor's appointment and you guys posted nearly 100 posts, 100 things in my thread supporting me, trying to get me through that. I don't have the words for that. That was amazing to me. To this day, I am still speechless. And because I mentioned you, I'm going to have to post this on your page. I love you guys. I love all you guys that are out there battling whatever it is. I don't care if you're battling cancer. I don't care if you're battling divorce. I don't care if you're battling, the loss of a loved one. We all have our trials, and it's up to us how those trials define us. On YouTube, look up Steve Harvey. I think it might be called Jump. He has a very inspiring video where he's talking to the cast at Family Feud or whatever. Not the cast, but the crowd. Oh my God, man. I really never cared for the guy personally. I didn't have nothing against him. I just really didn't care. But after watching a few of his inspirational videos, that guy's amazing. That guy's shot to the top of my, celebrity list. That guy's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna end it. I said I was gonna end it 2 minutes ago. I'm rambling. I'm gonna go celebrate, man. I'm gonna go drive in another circle. Woo! Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe, or give me a comment. I'd love to make more videos. I'd love to be interactive with you guys. If you guys are out there, I know my view counts aren't that high. I haven't figured out this YouTube thing yet. But I think we all pretty much suffer from some type of loneliness if we have agoraphobia, social phobia. And I have both, so I'm sure, I'm not sure everyone with social phobia has agoraphobia, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people with agoraphobia have social phobia, because how are you supposed to get to the places where you socialize? I don't have social phobia at my house. I have social phobia when I have to go somewhere out of my comfort zone or on the edge of my comfort zone, and there's people I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless you.